Hello everybody, it's Rachel here. In today's video I'm going to be doing a craft along, so if you've got any craft work that you want to be getting on with, then you can pull it out and it'll just be like having somebody to sit and do your craft work with. I am going to be working on some single fold items of ephemera, so that's the only rule that I've got. They've got to have one fold only, and I'm just going to make some little booklets using that method. So without further ado, let's get to it. This one I've already folded. I was having a little play around to decide what I was going to make with it. So I've already folded that. It was an 8x8 sheet which has been folded in half vertically, and then the corners have been rounded. So I'm going to ink that up now. Then I want to cut this down to size. So that is an 8x4 front cover. So I'm going to make this just slightly smaller at 7 3/4. Oh, wrong way. I've done that wrong, haven't I? Sorry, 3 3/4. Then by 7 3/4. Right, so now I need to decide on a centrepiece. But this young lady, this was off a sewing packet, so I just made a little journal card out of it. So I do want to use that at some point. What else have we got? Flowers. I think I like a green theme. What else have we got? Those two together are quite nice. Paper dolls. Ooh, I like him with that check. Right, he looks a bit stranded there, doesn't he? Choose another kind of dingy colour. Thinking somewhere around there maybe. A layer of hessian. Would that work? Not convinced. Well, that's quite good, isn't it? He needs something to stand on. Otherwise he's just floating there. So I'm going to chop that down to the same size. How much was it again? 7 3/4. So it's going to be the same size as that mat. Around that. Is it the same width? Oh, that was lucky. So we're just going with our gut. Or rather, I'm just going with my gut. Oops. I'll use wet glue to make sure that top bit sticks down. That's better. So as most of you probably know, Carol Tinson did me a massive favour by mentioning me on her channel. So all of a sudden I got lots and lots of subscribers to my channel, and it has made a massive difference to the amount of people that I've got following me, and I am so grateful for her doing that. So thank you very much if you're a new follower and you've come to join us through Carol or otherwise. And I've decided that I need to have more of a schedule about when I post as well. So I've decided that Tuesdays are going to be for tutorials, and then Fridays are going to be doing projects like this where you can sit and craft with me if you wish. So I'll try and post around 3 o'clock. Apparently that's the best time to post. I don't know how true that is, but we'll give it a try. Right, let's just try and trim that down. So we want the width to be 3 3/3. If we square off that edge, that'll make it easier, won't it? Three quarters wide. And then I want that to be quite earthy looking. A strange design for paper that, but hey, it works for what I need. So this isn't my usual colour choice. But it's good to come out of your comfort zone, isn't it? So all of you new people that have joined me, tell me, is junk journaling the only craft that you do? Or do you do other kinds of paper crafts and soft crafts? I like to do a bit of sewing as well, although I'm not the most patient of sewists. I like to get everything done in one go, so I'm not very good at finishing things unless I do it all in the same day. I also like to do a little bit of card making, which I sometimes show on my Instagram page at Clarty Hands Crafts if you're interested. And I also like doing 12x12 scrapbook layouts. And I also dabble in a bit of mixed media sometimes. But it's a while since I've done any of that. So let me know which other crafts you do. It'll just give me a feel of the kind of people I've got watching me, and if there's anything that we can incorporate into what I'm doing here on the channel. I don't know why the little dog doesn't have a foot, but I've managed to kind of hide it at the back there so it looks like he's standing on a hill. Right. So I'm going to call that done for the front, but we might come back to it shortly because it is quite plain. Now it's time to do some pockets or something on the inside. I've got this, which was in a little bundle of 4 ephemera, which is like, you can get it in packs. I can't remember what the company's called, but they sell it at museums and things like that. And it's just a pack of replica. It's not 4, it's replica. I went all awkward there because my neighbour fetches my bin back for me. So this table faces out to the window there. So we just had a bit of an awkward moment where I'm sitting talking to myself. He must be thinking, what on earth is she doing? Bless him. I don't know what I'd do without my neighbours. They always put my bins out for me. And if they go away on holiday, I have no idea which bin is supposed to go out. Or I end up forgetting. So I'm going to make a vertical belly band here. Hey, that's a good border, isn't it? A good fit. I was having to play around with these earlier, so I had a bit of an idea of what I might do on the inside. Just ink that. So this is, yeah, it was a piece of ephemera anyway, sorry, before I got distracted by the bins. From one of those packs, and oh yeah, it's the 20s, so this was the 1920s pack, and there was all sorts of pieces in there with ladies in the with the 20s get up, you know, with the tassely dresses and the headbands and stuff like that. Right, I'm going to stick that all the way down. Just to have that text on there makes it a bit more interesting. So if anybody's visited the northeast or are from the northeast of England, you might have heard of Beamish Museum, so that's where I got those from. Beamish is fantastic, and if you ever get the chance to go, you should. I'm just gluing that at top and bottom at the moment. And I'll trim that down because it's slightly overhanging, but I'll wait until it's dry first before I do that. I like the idea of having the little frog because he's a little boy, and you know, is that something that I've imagined? I'm thinking of that puppy dog's tails. Is it Worms and Snails and Puppy Dog's Tails? I don't know why I was thinking of frogs. I thought they had frogs as well. But anyway, it works in my mind, I don't know about anyone else. Right, I think I might put some pockets of this orientation so that we can stick these cards in, like that one. Maybe that one as well. Not that too bright. No, we'll stick with that one and put another pocket, but we don't have enough of this to make sideways pockets. Quite liking the vibe of this. I'm going to cut that down to 7. Just because my brain isn't working and can't half that extra bit. 3.5. And then we have 2 shallow pockets. I can't wait for my Amazon delivery driver to come today because he's fetching me some new circle punches. So I like to do little circle punches, semi-circle punches into my pockets, just to make it really clear that it is in fact a pocket. Do I need to round that? No, I don't think I will. So I'm just going to glue 3 edges, 1, 2 and 3. One round about there as well. Oh, I hear doors going. Is that my Amazon delivery? By the way, this is so nice to have a new glue bottle. It's actually coming out when it's supposed to. Just got to make sure it doesn't get all clogged up like the other one did. Right. So I'm going to set that under here to dry. I'm definitely going to use these, so let's ink those up while I'm waiting. And they can go in the pockets afterwards. I love this paper. It's called Arts and Crafts and it's by Do Crafts Paper Mania. So this one I want to do A4 sized. So that's kind of close enough, you know. I've already got ink stains in there. Don't know how that's happened. I'm guessing it's off my mat. I think it needs a good clean. So this is what we're starting with. Oh, here's Amazon. Oh, new circle punches. Of course he came the moment after I'd done those pockets. Let's see how these stack up. Oh, they're good to work together, aren't they? Well, that's good to know that I've got those anyway. Anyway, let's get back to inking. Eyeing up this plant. I want to try and save this and get it used as quick as possible because it's bent in the middle. And it's not going to last much longer, bless it, so... But that is going to get lost. We need something to help it come out. I like that colour, but it's too plain. Let's try. This is another one from Arts and Crafts. I like that combination. Does that look a bit random? I feel like it does, but I also feel like I don't really care. Random is good sometimes. I've left my porch door open and now I can hear all the traffic. Need to go and close it. Right, where was I? I was thinking about adding an even lighter background, but I quite like that just directly on it. How about something with a kind of fringe around? Also, why is that not even? I need another quarter off that, don't I? Just take that off now. Quarter of an inch. My calculations were wrong at some point, so don't listen to anything that I've been saying about calculations. Sorry, I've just had a sneezing fit. So my nose has got all snuffly now. How's that? Right, Definitely want something behind it. Maybe some kind of net. It's still going to take away all of that nice navy colour. The navy blue. Too much. I've got some lace trim. I like that. I don't think it's going to go all the way around, is it? Don't stretch that far. It will, it will. Right. I think I'm just going to do 4 separate pieces. I know there's probably a better way of doing it, but this is how I'm going to go about it. First of all, let's stick this down before it snaps. Right, how's that placement? I think that's okay. I am very aware of this white strip here as well, but I'm going to either trim it or just ink it down. Things are getting a bit cluttered here on the table. I think I'm going to have a quick sort out. Are you guys neat and tidy crafters? Or are you messy like me? Or do you start out tidy and then end up in a big massive mess? Because it's easy done, I know. So I'm just going to trim 4 separate pieces. These scissors are losing the sharpness. Either that or they need a good clean. I'm going to overlap onto the cream colour. Is it cream? Beige? Mustard almost. I might not need the side pieces. See how these look. Concentration now, that's why I've gone quiet. Right. Do we want the full frame or just top and bottom? Full frame. So I'm going to overlap as well. down the other side. There, like that. Flower's looking slightly off centre now, but never mind. Okay, so that can go under to dry. Pull the other one out. And we'll pop those journal cards in. That can go on the top because the gap's smaller, larger at the top. And we'll put that one in there. So that's one done. Still something missing from this front, but I can't put my finger on what I need to add. Oh, do you know what I need to do? I need to stitch the edges. I'm going to go and do that now and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So, that's what it looks like with the stitching. And do you know what happened? My bobbin thread ran out at the exact moment that I finished. So that never happens usually. Very satisfying. I'll just zoom out a little bit because I feel like I've got no space to show you. So I think that stitching is just what it needed. It needed something to contrast a little bit, and that seems to have worked quite well, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to call that one finished. Set that to one side. Oh, you can go with the white rabbit one. I feel like I've been doing this for a while now, and we've only got 2 done, so let's speed up the process a little bit and hopefully I'll get my bulk made. So this one's already been folded, so it was just a small scrap that I had and it's been folded in half and the corners have been rounded. So this one I wanted to put this little flower, but it's just in need of something else. How about this? A piece of cheesecloth to sit on maybe? I think I will do some sort of cluster on the front. I don't have any around, so I'm going to have to make one as we go. Maybe I should do a video of making clusters at some point. Just making a batch so that I've got things to stick on all the time. I like that being directly on top, but I feel like I want another layer. Just make that a bit more square. Although this is a rectangle, isn't it? So that goes on top of that. Ruche it up a little bit. I've got some of this sheet music. Just realised I had multi-pages there. Sit that at a jaunty angle. That goes there, that goes there. I need something to tie it all together. how about some craft paper? Let's see if I've got some lying around somewhere. I always use it, so it must be here somewhere. I found this little scrap. Not too dark. I'm just going to use my distressing tool to take a bit of straightness out of the edges. I should probably watch a video to see how to use one of these properly. Because I'm pretty sure that isn't the right way. Does create the desired effect though. So let's just start sticking things down. And we can just fix anything we don't like. Another little trim of this. It's raining outside now. When I went up to stitch it was quite sunny, and then, actually no, that's a lie, it wasn't sunny, it was just quite bright. And then I came downstairs and it was pouring with rain. But that is how it is here in the lovely UK. I'm going to put that there, and then I think I need a little word or phrase, some sort of writing. To go up here and counteract the balance. Express. Yourself. Yeah. That's sweet, isn't it? Something to go inside. Try my new punch. Let's just clip those corners, make it fit in there a bit more comfortably. then I'm just going to tuck in a little piece of paper to write notes on. There's another one done. Okay, I'm going to round those corners again. Just prevents them from getting damaged when they get slipped in and out of pockets. Just helps them go in a bit more smoothly. So I'm going to stand this one up that way. I'm just going to trim a bit of that. Just mark it with my nail. This looks like it's already been inked at some point, but I'll go over it again. I used to use a lighter colour, so it's possibly been done with that, in which case it would be a long time ago. I like this little blemish here. Could have cut that off, but I like it. Right, I don't really know what I'm doing with this one. Would like to use a bit more texture. This is, it was one of those little drawstring bags that you put your washing machine tablets in. But I thought I'll reuse that because it's never, I use powder, so it's never going to get used with me. I don't even know how I came to have it. It's probably one of those things that my little boys brought back from grandma's house or something like that. So I'll be using it in my journals instead because it's a nice texture. It's interesting. Just going to add a light spread of glue because with it being big holes, that's just going to stick down with whatever I put on top of it anyway. I can stick this down now because I'm definitely going to use that. I've been eyeing up this picture. So this gentleman is from the, I don't know if it was a book about Edith Holden or if it was the Edith Holden book, because I have both, but I cut it out of one anyway because I just thought it was a nice picture of a gentleman, and I'm sorry but I don't know who he is. I don't know if it was a husband or some sort of relation. Apologies to the gentleman, but at least his face is going to be remembered on my channel. Need something else behind him. Something that'll pop. How about some dark and floral? Again, I just want to kind of cluster it so that it draws your eye around. And towards the focal point. Sometimes I find that the faster I go with these things, just sort of sticking things down as I feel like it can give me better results. So this is another piece of the Alice in Wonderland book page. That can just go down next to it. And then I'm going to add a pocket there. Goes with the colour scheme, doesn't it? So we've used that earlier on. Large thumb hole for this one. These cut so nicely. And I need a tag to put inside. Oh, this is a nice little booklet that I made. So this is made from a masterboard. And wrong way, Rachel. That could just slot in there. It's a nice little secret thing, and then you can put a photograph up there, fold it down. Love it. Right, let's just check what I've got under here. Oh yes, forgot about this one. I need to decorate the inside of it. Just going to take 1/4 of an inch off that. Sometimes my journals get so full of pockets and things that there's nowhere left to write, so I'm going to cover this and it will give us a nice large space to write it. Oops, oh dear, that's not supposed to happen. Is that the end of the roll? Yes. Seems to me they don't last very long, those. Okay, I'm going to give up with that and just stick a really thin amount of tacky glue instead. So that we don't get too many ripples. Probably gone the wrong way about that. Not to worry. Pieces of sponge off my applicator. Ooh, that went relatively well. See how it fares when we fold it. So we'll I might need to do some additional decorating on this one at a later date. Squeeze those bubbles out. Yes, I'll need to do some extra decorating inside, I would imagine. But that has just covered the stark whiteness of the inside. What I'm going to do is just get my craft knife and cut that down the centre fold there. Just so that it lies flat. There we go. Right, so let's take a look at everything we've done. I need to make some space first of all. So here's what I made. The mini Express Yourself. The one boy and his dog. I've just popped that journal card in there. It's one that I made. It was just an envelope that I received, which I layered on top of some card. I can't remember if I've already showed you this one, but this is the Follow the Right Rabbit one, which I made from an old Alice in Wonderland book. The Edith Holden Gentleman, with a mini notebook inside. And then the large one with plenty of space for journaling. I will probably add some stamping in here to make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, I'm happy with what we've done there, and hopefully you've followed along and got some ideas and tried some different things, and I will see you again next time for another video. Bye!